Nunny in Boondocks episode 2. I recently watched episode 1. It seems to be a very interesting and fantastic show. Quality is obviously great, really funny and very entertaining, and brings to light a lot of different perspectives that I never had. Very curious to see more of them. And I wanted to thank a few people who were commenting on the episode 1. Really motivated me to get off my ass and start recording more videos. So here's a thank you to, at Incogni Grow. I'm not going to say all of that together, but thank you for your comments. And Mr. Menthol Slim, Brent Miller, Matthew Zeller, 5026. Thank you very much for your comments, kind words, and interest. So I'm going to try to record a few more episodes because I know it's more entertaining when there's more than just one. You know, you kind of get into the groove of the person who's watching the reaction and you want to kind of binge more, right? So I'm going to try to record a few more. I think the show seems to be really good. I think it's pretty perfect for me as a European, Nordic, Finnish, white dude, right? Obviously, I don't know the culture that well, but I have some connections to American stuff. So I have like some understanding, some context clues that I do have while I don't really know anything. So I think it's a really good combination of reaction stuff. Let's try to finish season 1. Welcome to the journey, and let's go with episode 2. Oh, and here's also my woolen sock. I'm trying to like increase the audio quality so it looks really ugly and really weird. So let's see what it'll sound like. But let's start with episode 2 of Boondocks season 1.
Niggas is crazy. Now black people don't like to talk about crazy niggas in public because white people may be listening, but I'm afraid the secret might be out. Former singer appeared in court alongside husband Bobby Brown.
So should I do the Chris Rock bit like from The Office season 1 episode whatever 4? I mean, so he's a grandpa, right? I'll call him a grandpa, and dregs and afro and Uncle Ruckus. This is so fucking funny. I'm fascinated in this show because because I kind of agree with some of the themes they're going with here. So let's see where this goes. I have no idea. So he has no. So he has no idea what it means. I mean, this is more relevant than ever now with the diddler ditty, right? So, very interesting to see where this episode goes. God. It's pretty real then, because that's what a kid would do. Handful of. I have no idea.
Why did you come out here to support R.kelly?
God. I was just gonna say that I don't. Urban Youth. God. I was wondering that how real was this? Was there a whole topic like this about the R. Kelly stuff? Because I distinctly remember hearing about it, and I have heard about it even today's racial discussions and stuff like that. Of like, do you have issues because you're black, or is that always going to be an issue? Or if you're rich enough, you won't have issues. And then some people would bring up something like R. Kelly, where he was rich and he get away with this kind of stuff, right? So actually, I don't know what happened after this. I don't know if he was actually found guilty. I actually don't know. So that's very fascinating. I have no idea. Let me know if R. Kelly was actually ever found like legally guilty, because I remember the jokes, the Macklemore song, R. Kelly smells like his sheets piss, that line. So I know like the basic joke, but I actually have no idea what ended up happening. And I wonder, were there really people who were actually defending him? And obviously I get that the joke here is only uneducated person would defend him, right? Like, you can joke, but if you legitimately think that that's okay, you're kind of trashy, So was he really like trying to play this card of like, I'm black, don't go against me, while you're just being a piece of shit? Like, I have no idea. That's the little nuance that I would know nothing about. But again, it is interesting to see, which is already interesting about this show, that it shows multiple different kinds of American black people, right? Everybody responding different ways with different perspective, with a different reason for a crazy situation. God. God.
extent to which niggas love R. Kelly?
We will prove that the victim was 14 at the time the video was shot.
But did people really like R. Kelly this much? That legitimately, like, oh, people were not willing to listen to him doing anything bad?
Would regularly indulge in sexual activities with children.
God.
Were they perverts?
Yes.
Would take wives who were 12 or 13 years old, much younger than the alleged victim.
The thing about this show is
Sickos?
they're joking,
By teenage girls'
but I think a lot of the hyperbole, it again is very South Park-esque, that there is a seed of truth. So I wonder, were there the arguments like this in the courtroom? That would be so funny to find out.
mountain of evidence. These videotapes,
God.
photographs.
I don't like the teddy bear. I don't like that lunchbox. I don't like that. This is kind of making me feel uncomfortable. That visual was uncomfortable. I don't know why. Was that really an argument? Were like somebody actually trying to say that? Because even that grandpa was saying the same thing. Oh, well, somebody else also married a 14-year or whatever. But that's true. People always say that. Something bad happened, so therefore somebody else did something similar. So now, I don't know what that's supposed to prove, but whatever, right?
Give me a minute, Robert.
You look like you need to take 5.
Again, that made me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, the R. Kelly tape.
Oh. Never seen it. I've seen parodies and jokes about it. Yeah! But I've never seen the actual thing. I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Objection, we can't even see his face clearly. That proves nothing.
Hello, it's R. Kelly.
Yes, this is Robert Kelly. Saying, you want my social security number? Sure. It's 916-347-7865.
I hate this. I hate my life. RK on his ass. I hate this so much.
Now, young lady,
Uh,
I know this might be hard to talk about.
No, it's cool. I've been peed on by guys that don't even have records. Shit. If I didn't want to get peed on, I'd just move out the way. I told you.
Would you describe yourself as an African American woman?
Nigga, you blind?
No, I'm not. Sexually attracted to black women, right?
Objection, relevance.
Your Honor, I'm trying to establish to the court that my client is a proud black man who loves his black sisters, unlike District Attorney Dubois, who's married to a white woman.
I was actually wondering, you could see them in the background, and the eyes look so anime, so I was wondering, is that... I noticed them. Was that really an argument of, like... Because, again, I know it wasn't verbatim, but I assume a lot of that represents, like, the conversation that was happening in comments and media and people in park benches and stuff like that. I think that's what that is. So is somebody really trying to say, like, oh, it's normal, somebody else did it in some other music industry, whatever, white people do it as well, so when black people do whatever, it's fine. Oh, other people do it too, it's not that crazy. Well, that's just, just how black men are, but at least he likes black people, and he's a real black man, and not, like, unlike the other black man who was white. Was that really, like, the discussion?
Ruckus, how could you possibly love white people so much?
It smell like lemon juice and pledge furniture cleaner. And look at them. They gave us discipline, jobs, put structure in our lives, took us out the jungle. We march up and down the street. We vote, carry on, ingrates.
Well, how about this? Game.
So I see, it's like how some people have this, like, ignorant hate towards white people, and then some people have this ignorant love, or like being a bootlicker kind of thing, that is like this.
This case wide. This is R. Kelly's.
Hey, man, you got his card? He's good. Did you wash your hands?
I think they nominate because he's afraid of R. Kelly.
No, no,
I think he's afraid. I think the whole system is afraid of R. Kelly.
no.
You don't shut up.
What I was gonna say, that it was like conversations behind closed doors. That was kind of the sentiment that some people had.
Yes, they do. They don't want R. Kelly to be free because they don't want you to be free. They don't want me to be free. Maybe R. R. Kelly did urinate on this woman, but America urinated on R. Kelly. Salaam alaikum.
Please, people! You saw the tape. The girl testified she was underage. You're not allowed to do that to a little girl.
Yeah, that's fair.
Videotape.
That's fair.
Don't tell that to your white bitch.
I have to Google what actually happened.
Girl was prosecution rests.
I have to Google what actually happened. Was he ever found to be guilty? So I assume Afro like represents the kind of the creator of the show in a way of like how he grew up and he had all these opinions and thoughts and all that kind of stuff. I know it's exaggerated, I know, but it's still, I wonder.
Hey, what the hell is wrong with you people? Every famous nigga that gets arrested is not Nelson Mandela. And stop the damn dancing. Act like you got some goddamn sense, people. Dang. Don't play
It's fair.
around here.
It's fair.
Boo.
Who's saying boo? Yeah.
Give it a rest. Beat it. Put the music
Just
up.
beat it. I have to Google what happened. Did he actually get off scot-free? Because that's the image I have. I kind of remember him like getting off like
We battle with ignorance today, and ignorance won.
pee on me.
One thing for sure, though, can't blame this one on the white man. What am I saying? Of course I can.
Yep. Okay. So that explains. That was a good. Kind of a transition to show why Uncle Ruckus would still be in the show. Because I was kind of wondering how does he fit into it. But you know, as he said at the end, you still have to stick together and help people and all that kind of stuff. Fascinating episode. I feel like the first episode was a lot more about like introducing the concept, the idea of there's going to be nuance. There's going to be a lot of harsh jokes and crazy jokes, but a lot to say. This episode went just balls deep, in my opinion. Like it really went in with the theme of honestly South Park. That was super South Park, over the top craziness, but really there's a point at the end. Even a kid coming up and having like a monologue, right? Of like, I've learned something today. So that's like American anime black South Park, essentially, which is a good thing. The show doesn't really pull punches because it brings to light a lot of conversations people have behind closed doors. Because there's a difference how we talk, how I'm going to talk now, how anybody's going to ever view and comment, right? There's a difference, right? Because even I've heard people say kind of those familiar things of there are issues, America has issues, racial issues and all that kind of stuff, but then you have those moments like what I would say is like R. Kelly, I think he kind of got away with that. That's the image I had. Will Smith going on live TV slapping Chris Rock. Ironically, I was just referencing Chris Rock's stand-up. All of that kind of stuff, obviously Obama being president, all that kind of stuff. It's like you have these moments of like people either committing crimes or being in high status, but then they still get away with everything. And then the argument kind of is right now about like, you know, race and power and all that kind of stuff. But it's like, yeah, but you're rich so you can kind of get away with it. You know, whatever image you have, you can kind of get away with it. I'm not saying Obama did anything illegal. I'm just saying that you have these people in these positions where they do have power, and it's a bit more complicated than that. And that is definitely like an argument against issues, right? And then you have kind of also recognizing the fact like, well, yeah, you also just have a bit ignorant people doing dumb shit, you know? That when somebody just is a piece of shit, maybe they're just a piece of shit, that's it. You know, case in point, Diddy, right? Like, I don't know actually if there's any discussion like that nowadays. I think Diddy's a bit different though, because it's like so prominent, right? And it wasn't a case, it was like a lot of cases. It was like years and years and like crazy human trafficking and everything. So allegedly, at least. Still, it's curious to see that somebody as an American black guy can come up and say that, yeah, there's just some cases where we're not helping our own case, right? It's like, and you can take that responsibility. It makes it so much easier for anybody to relate to you then, right? That there are cases, even the end where it's like, at least you can blame this on the white man. Of course you can. Even that's kind of like, oh, damn, that means a lot, right? On multiple levels. I don't know. But good episode, a lot more harsh, I feel like, on multiple levels. Because the first one was still just kind of joking around with these kind of like, oh, they're relatable characters. But this was like really taking a stand on something, right? Like it really was. It was that Chris Rock stand-up routine, right? And that's like, for me as a European fucking white dude, a bit more difficult to say anything about, but I still respect it and I can see it, and value it. Definitely more difficult conversation while making it entertaining and funny. I will say that time flew pretty quickly. Like that episode flew by. So that's a good thing. Obviously it's entertaining. That's episode 2. There's a lot of like thoughts I have in my head. I don't really know how to organize it and how to say it. I don't really need to say anything. I don't think so. It's not really anything new that I have to say, especially on a 20-year-old show. But good show. I like it. I think I'm going to watch a few more episodes right now and then start posting more. But thank you very much. And let's see episode 3 right now.